as iron sharpens iron, which also led me to my marked men experience.
Oh, tell us about marked men.
So,
I don't think we've ever had anybody on talking about it. So.
okay. So marked men would be Christian based. I mean, uh, Father John Lager was one of the initial founders,
Mm-hmm.
but I got I got frustrated with I know why, or I know what my sins are, but why are some of my sins repetitive? What's the underlying issue? What's causing me to do this? How can I get some type of insight on why I just do some of the things that I do, why I
Mm-hmm.
think some of the things that I think? And I'd had some people approach me, say, well, you know what might be good for you is a marked men experience. Okay, here we go. Another retreat. I'm going to go out, sit around a campfire, tell some stories, and come back, and you're going to feel good for a couple of days, and then that wears off.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I had in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, eventually I say, you know what, I'm just going to do it. Something's telling me to at least give it a shot. And the simplest way I can explain it is it was everything that I didn't think something could be. So it allowed me to rip the band-aids off or pull the skin back and see where the wounds are, expose them, bring them to the surface. You can't heal, let's say, 45 years worth of wounds all at once, but to know where they are, to know why you have them, and to be able to pour out all of the all of the negative things that you've filled up your cup with inside your body over that
Mm-hmm.
time and replace it with God, with Jesus. Um, that was a catalyst,
Mm-hmm.
and that brings me back here, in which we have a group that meets every other Wednesday, to continue to hold ourselves accountable, to be honest, and to continue to work on healing. And
Mm-hmm.
that has been a very positive in my life.
Do you think that most people don't even know they have those wounds because they're so deep buried?
Absolutely, absolutely,
So
myself included.
what does marked men do to bring them to the surface? I
So
mean,
it's a process, and we are asked to limit how much we divulge so that we don't
oh,
taint or
ruin the
um,
retreat for others.
correct.
Okay, I
But
get
it's
it.
it's based on the wounds of Christ.
Oh,
So
okay.
everything from anger, shame, except how is that? What is deep down inside you? And like you said, some people, well, fear is not something I deal with. Oh yeah, do the work, find out.
Uh huh.
There's a lot of things that we have either subconsciously or just unknowingly buried stuff, built walls around, and if you can't open it back up and start working on it, you're not going to make progress, so to speak. And the goal is to expose
Hmm.
and then begin the healing process.
Yeah. So, you said you meet weekly,
Every other Wednesday.
twice a
Yeah,
month.
we've got a
Okay.
couple groups. My group would be the Wednesday evening group.
Okay. And then, how has this changed you as the head of your family?
I think, and this is me speaking as plainly as I can, awareness and accountability, followed by curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
So being aware of what I do helps me to be more aware that there are others that suffer the same way. Holding myself accountable means that once I become aware, what am I going to do to improve that? Am I going to simply just pray and hope that God takes it all away? Am I going to pray, listen, and try to put the work in that would foster positive improvement?
Mm-hmm.
Then I fall daily, but
We
I
all do.
I will always get back up, and that's part of the accountability piece.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the curiosity. Um, my wife has always been big on this, and she's corrected me a million times over. But we're so quick to make well, what that person is doing is wrong. I
Mm-hmm.
would do it a lot better. Okay, that's an easy way to judge. So rather than judging, maybe be a little bit more curious. So instead of making a snap decision on what you think that behavior is, maybe just ask yourself why.
Mm-hmm.
And then can you relate that back to yourself? Have you ever had poor behavior or made a bad choice? because of other influences going on. So I think awareness, accountability, and curiosity. And how has that helped me with my family? Well, patience, understanding, and then something that I have struggled with dearly my entire life is empathy.
Mm.
At one point, I would have told you I don't even have it. I completely lack empathy. No, no, I actually do have it.
Mhm.
There's a flicker of light in there, and as I move forward, that light it gets just a little stronger and a little stronger, and that has been a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Now, my kids might tell you, well, the old man's just kind of softening up over time. Maybe, or maybe there's more of a divine